Hello, light worker. Hello, starseed. Hello, beautiful soul. This video is just going to be a quick introduction and explanation of our Exodus program that was designed and guided to us by the Pleiadians. So, Exodus was given to me in the beginning of 2022. It is a very powerful reconfiguration of electromagnetic energies that could be hindering the mission of starseeds. And so it's going to be 3 sequential kriyas, followed by an activation that will completely just remove all of the kind of inertia that stops us from living our complete multidimensionality, stops us from completely entering higher dimensions, stops us from accessing our full spectrum of gifts and abilities, everything like this. To be utilizing these 3 powerful kriyas that I use often. Some of these I use often with working with victims of SRA, and they are miraculous in removing these deep imprinting traumas and energies from people's etheric bodies. So these kriyas were given to me, and when it started coming in, it was just I couldn't ignore it. It was just these 3 kriyas in a row, and every day, all day, I was sent these like boom, boom, boom. It has to be in this sequence, and then once people are in that magnetic field that is activated through that sequence of the kriyas, then we're going to deliver an activation that will kind of recalibrate and get them into, where you want to be, closer to your true blueprint, your soul's blueprint, your divine essence, without all of the garbage that comes from existing, that comes from mission work, that comes from hurtling through the ethers. So the kriyas are they're going to clear all fear constellations that are held in your solar plexus from past lives. So if you have been doing a mission for a while, you've probably been through hell, right? And even if you've been coming to Earth for a while, you have experienced trauma, and you've experienced things that will pop up as this kind of paralyzing fear around something that really has nothing to do with you now. It's held in your solar plexus. If you were killed, if you were tortured, if you were hurt in any way that kind of really, really deeply impacted and imprinted your consciousness, it's going to be held in your solar plexus. So the Kriya will remove that, will break that open, to allow your solar plexus, the kind of center of your energetic system, to spin at the rate that it's supposed to spin, and to allow the upgrades that your guides have been giving you to really integrate without hitting any of these roadblocks. The second Kriya is to demagnetize any unfortunate circumstances within your natal chart. So this, the Pleiadian guides have noticed, is one of the second biggest hindrances to people accessing their full psychic gifts, their soul purpose. They're just from accessing vibrations that they need to get to receive messages, to receive downloads, to whatever they need to kind of be more comfortable as a multidimensional being in this 3D world. Sometimes just getting there, if you ever feel like everything that I try to do, I just end up in the same place. right? Every time that I try to like manifest something, I feel like I can do it and nothing really happens. Or I try all of these different modalities of healing and I kind of still feel the same. Or I keep dating the same people, or I keep working in these same jobs and I keep revisiting these same instances that are really displeasurable to me. The second Kriya, that's usually found in the natal chart. That's usually some sort of opposition or some sort of square or trine that we call unfortunate. That can be disastrous for somebody who's trying to have a more pleasant life experience on Earth. So the second Kriya, right after we remove the fear constellations, you're going to move into demagnetizing the natal chart and re-magnetizing it. Now this is important. So it's going to be demagnetized from the unfortunate whatever's happening in there. We can demagnetize that and we can re-magnetize it in a way that serves your highest good, that serves your destiny. And then so the third, and then right after this, and it really has to go in this boom, boom, boom sequence, we are going to go into the mental bodies and remove all conditioning from the Piscean age. Even if you are young enough to, I don't know. Even if you're young, I'm not going to say there's no babies here, because I mean, the young ones are coming in as ascendant masters. The young ones are coming in fully knowing their gifts, where they're from. So if they're already drawn to this kind of work, if they're already drawn to this kind of teaching that we deliver, these high frequency kids, I wouldn't doubt it. But most of us who need the Exodus program have grown up through the Piscean age, or have been raised by parents that grew up through the Piscean age. And that comes with its own fun stuff of conditioning and stuff in our head where we want to expand our consciousness, right? We know that we have access to these higher realms, but if you've gone through your whole life taught that that's not real, every time your guides come visit you, you're having another existential crisis. You're like, I feel them, but I keep telling myself this is all in my head. All of that stuff, that's a condition. And that's been given to you. That's why kids can see. Why most kids are clairvoyant, and then it's conditioned out of them to not see, because they don't have anything in their mind telling them what it is and what it isn't. You know, they haven't been exposed to the programming yet. So the third Kriya is going to remove all Piscean programming, clearing the Piscean fog from your mental bodies to allow you to fully tap into your gifts. So a lot of the clients that I work with, they really are getting a lot of guidance to start activating their third eye. That's what I hear a lot. I want to open my third eye. I want to open my third eye, right? Because that's what they're feeling. It's time for me to do, and it is, but it's not working. You know, I'm doing the meditations, I'm doing the practice, I'm listening to the binaural beats, I'm doing, all of this stuff. And often when I'm having session with them and I'm looking at their energy and I'm looking at their chakras, their third eyes are open. Chances are, if you're a starseed, your third eye is open. But what's stopping you from seeing is your conditioning and is your Piscean programming that's telling you what is real and what isn't. So the third Kriya, after removing the fear, demagnetizing the natal chart, re-magnetizing the natal chart, we are going to completely remove those mental roadblocks that have been gifted to you by our lovely, lovely regressives. Okay, then so when you're in that state, fear's gone. Natal chart is beautiful and totally conducive to all things aligned with your destiny and your mission. And then the mental programs are gone, and you're in your divine essence, untouched blueprint. Then the Pleiadians are going to deliver the light codes, the activations to open your mind to your truth. to allow you to start living and to start cultivating your mission, to start magnetizing the soul groups that you need, and just to have a better time. Honestly, that's really it, just to have an easier way of it without all of these kind of invisible forces hitting you. You can't see your programs, right? You can't see the magnetic trine of Jupiter conjunct Pluto that keeps like blocking your way and making you have these like crazy experiences. And you can't see the fear that you had for maybe being a slave in a past life, or maybe you died in a fire in a past life. So every time you get like these kind of stoppages of things that you don't really know why is this happening to me? I don't know. So this is why the Pleiadians really feel like it's important for this to be gifted to humanity now, especially our star seeds, especially our light workers. We need that. We need Exodus. We need to fully step out of the age of Pisces. And Pisces is still holding on. It's got inertia, it's got residue, it's heavy, it's dense. And as we see 5D right in front of us, we see how beautiful and closer to home it is, and we just are struggling to reach it. Exodus is going to help you get there. So it's utilizing these 3 kriyas and then the activation. So if you start the program and need to take a break, it's really important that all 3 and the activation be done within a 24-hour block. From midnight to midnight, it should just have all 3 of them received, so you can not have that energetic reset that happens at midnight that needs us to start over again. Exodus can be done over and over and over and over and over again. I recommend that you work with it for at least 30 days. 40 would be better. And it doesn't have to be. The way the Pleiadians have designed Exodus is that it's a one time, right? And then let the light codes work. But with energetically speaking, more is always more. So if you feel like, really let your intuition tell you this. If you feel like, I want to do it again, that felt really good, I want to go deeper, keep going, keep doing it every day. But if you feel like you did it once and you're like, I don't want to do that again, because some kriyas can be tough, or it just like intuitively you feel in your body, that's all I needed to receive, I'm good, then that's it, just receive it once. And then maybe if 3 months go by and you find yourself thinking about it again, that Exodus program keeps popping up in your mind, your conscious field is bringing it up because there's something that needs to be further integrated, then you can receive it again. So that's Exodus. I'm really excited. If you are if this resonates with you, try it. It's not going to be like, if you're new to this kind of Raj Yoga, if you're new to these kind of higher frequency practices, some of it can be kind of awkward, some of it can be kind of strange, but the thing is, we're leaving what we're comfortable with. We're leaving what we're familiar with, what we know, because most of that has been lies. So welcome the strange. Welcome the strange with an open heart. If it's like, this is really weird, just power through it. Just do it. Each kriya is like 11 minutes. And then you never have to do it again. And then you can live your life in a way that's more fulfilling, more conducive to your mission. You can finally feel your soul purpose. It just opens access to Gaia. It opens access to ascension, where you might have been white knuckling and clawing to it. You can fly into it without all of this stuff getting in your way. So that's Exodus. If you feel the resonance, if you're watching this video, I highly recommend that you utilize the program. And I'm just really excited to hear everybody's experience with it. I'm really excited for this to be received on this planet is huge. For us to be open to receiving these kind of teachings and these kind of energies on this planet at this time is huge. And I hope you guys understand that. And I hope you guys understand how much I appreciate you being here, because you're changing the face of the earth for those of us who signed up to keep coming back, and for our children. So Satnam, I'm just, I don't know, I'm just kind of over the moon, and I'm really excited, and I hope you are too.